I'd like to call to order the Norristown Council Reorganization meeting, Tuesday, January 3rd, 2023, to order. Can I have a moment of silence and pledge of allegiance? I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Madam Secretary, can I have roll call, please?
Rebecca Smith. Here. Hakeem Jones.
Here.
Rashad Bates.
Here.
Tiffany Henley. Here. Dustin Queenan.
Here.
Heather Lewis. Here. Thomas LaPera.
Here. Madam Secretary, is there any public comment?
No, there's not.
Thank you. Okay, with that, we'll move into the election of 2023 council officers and open it up for nominations for vice president for the 2023 council. I'll nominate Heather Lewis. All in favor? Is that all in favor or roll call?
Oh, so for nominations, what you typically do is you would open up the floor for nominations. Someone would make a nomination. There can be a second. It doesn't have to. There's a second. Then you ask if there are any other nominations. If there are no other nominations, you can just proceed to vote on all those who are nominated. If there are subsequent nominations, you would vote on them in the order that the nominations come in.
Okay. Are there any other nominations? Seeing none. Heather Lewis, and then we can go right into the president as well?
You can go right into president
Okay.
because with no other nominations, unless Ms. Lewis decides she doesn't like decline. There you go.
With that, I'll open it up for nominations for president of the 2023 council.
I nominate Thomas LaPera.
Second.
Is there any other nominations? Seeing none, I'll take a roll call vote.
Rebecca Smith.
Aye.
Hakeem Jones.
Aye.
Rashad Bates.
Aye.
Tiffany Henley.
Aye.
Dustin Queenan.
Aye.
Heather Lewis.
Aye.
Thomas LaPera.
Aye. Ayes have it. Vice president, president, congratulations. And now we'll go into the oath of office for the vice president.
All right, good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Are we doing it in title again? Sure. All right, do we have someone going to hold the Bible for her? Shall I?
Dustin.
Thank you. Voluntold. I like
Yeah,
that.
yes. That's how we get things done. Like, just do it.
That's right.
Neither one of us got a haircut or shaved.
You're about to work. It's about to work. All right.
So raise my.
Let's see. Yeah, right hand on the Bible. Right hand,
Oh,
left hand on the Bible,
gotcha.
right hand up. There we go. All right. I state your name.
I, Heather Lewis,
Do solemnly swear or affirm
do solemnly swear
that I will support, obey, and defend
that I will support, obey, and defend
the Constitution of the United States of America,
the Constitution of the United States of America,
the Constitution of the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania,
the Constitution of the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania,
the Home Rule Charter of the Municipality of Norristown,
the Home Rule Charter of the Municipality of Norristown,
and the laws of Pennsylvania
and the laws of Pennsylvania
and the Municipality of
and
Norristown.
the Municipality of Norristown.
I will discharge the duties of my office as Vice President of Council
I will discharge my duties of my office of Vice President of Council
for the Municipality of
for the
Norristown
Municipality of Norristown
with honor and fidelity.
with honor and fidelity.
I will uphold, obey, and enforce
I will uphold, obey, and enforce
the laws of Pennsylvania
the laws of Pennsylvania
and the Municipality of
and the
Norristown
Municipality of Norristown
without consideration
without consideration
to a person's race, color, sex,
without a consideration of a person's race, color, sex,
religious creed, sexual orientation,
religious creed, or sexual orientation,
age, national origin, ancestry,
age, national origin, or ancestry,
handicap, or disability.
handicap, or disability.
Congratulations, Vice President of Council.
Thank you.
And our President,
Congratulations, Heather.
Make it fun. Congratulations.
All right.
Good job. Very good. All right. And for our president, I state your name,
I, Thomas Lapira,
do solemnly swear or affirm
do solemnly swear
that I will support, obey, and defend
that I will support, obey, and defend
the Constitution of the United States of America,
the Constitution of the United States of America,
the Constitution of the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania,
the Constitution of the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania,
the Home Rule Charter of the Municipality of Norristown,
the Home Rule Charter of the Municipality of Norristown,
and the laws of Pennsylvania and the Municipality of Norristown.
and the laws of Pennsylvania and the Municipality of Norristown.
I will discharge the duties of my office as President of Council
I will discharge the duties of my office as President of Council
for the Municipality of Norristown
for the Municipality of Norristown
with honor and fidelity.
with honor and fidelity.
I will uphold, obey, and enforce
I will uphold, obey, and enforce
the laws of Pennsylvania
the laws of Pennsylvania
and the Municipality of Norristown
and the Municipality of Norristown
without consideration
without consideration
to a person's race, color, sex,
without consideration to a person's race, color, sex,
religious creed, sexual orientation,
religious creed, sexual orientation,
age, national origin or ancestry,
age, national origin or ancestry,
handicap, or disability.
handicap, or disability.
Congratulations, President.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay, just make a few remarks. I think in this past year, we were able to accomplish a lot with this council. I've tried to be a transparent leader with everybody. I think myself and Vice President Heather Lewis, we looked at each other more as not a president and vice president, but as a team. And I tried to keep it that way so that we could have, a couple different, options going forward and scenarios, and that we weren't missing anything. And I intend to do the same going into this 2023 year, with a lot more coming to this council, development-wise. We have one of the biggest developments that could change the course of history here for a long time. And I'm glad to be a part to lead you into that, and I appreciate you guys electing me again. Do you have anything else to say?
Just that it's been an honor to serve as your vice president, and we truly have embraced transparency and being able to wrestle ideas and come to a consensus as the president and vice president. So I'm looking forward to 2023. We do have a lot on our plate, and so we're just going to meticulously check them off one at a time.
That's right.
Looking forward to it.
Thank you all, and look forward to leading into the next year. With that, we'll go right into the appointments. Resolution 23-01, reappointment of professional staff for 2023. Mr. Jones. Sir.
Thank you, Mr. President. Council, Resolution 23-01 of 2023 is a resolution reappointment for professional and management staff for 2023. The resolution includes appointments as follows. Law offices of Sean Cook Kenny to serve as municipal solicitor, Cozen O'Connor to serve as municipal labor attorney, Pannoni Associates to serve as municipal engineers, Rudolph Clark LLC to serve as civil service counsel, GNC Legal to serve as environmental counsel, Pugliese Associates to serve as government affairs consulting firm, Crandall Jones to serve as municipal administrator, municipal secretary, and right to know officer, in context of renewing the employment agreement of 2013, amended in 2018. Crystal Henry to serve as Assistant Municipal Secretary. Roseanne Santangelo to serve as Clerk of Council. Kathy Pfister to serve as Director of Finance and Tax Collector. Jane Monsonier to serve as Director of Planning and Municipal Development and Zoning Officer. Thomas Adenabo to serve as Director of Public Works. Thomas O'Donnell to serve as Fire Chief, and Richard Lockhart to serve as Fire Marshal.
Council, any questions? Any comments? Seeing none, do I have a motion to approve Resolution 23-01?
So moved.
Second.
Madam Secretary.
Rebecca Smith.
Aye.
Hakeem Jones.
Aye.
Rashad Bates.
Aye.
Tiffany Henley.
Aye.
Dustin Queenan.
Aye.
Heather Lewis.
Aye.
Thomas LaPera.
Aye. Ayes have it. Resolution passes. Congratulations. With that, I'll take a motion to adjourn.
So moved. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Ayes have it. Move right into our council meeting. Call to order the Tuesday, January 3rd, 2023 council meeting to order.
Mr. LaPera, could we wait 10 minutes, just because technically we advertise this for 6:30, in case if for some reason somebody would want to be here for one particular issue? I'd hate for you to get...
Yep, no problem.
Okay. Thank you so much.
I'd like to call to order the Tuesday, January 3rd, 2023 Norristown Council meeting to order. Can I have a moment of silence and pledge allegiance? I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Madam Secretary, can I have roll call, please?
Rebecca Smith. Here. Hakeem Jones.
Here.
Rashad Bates.
Here.
Tiffany Henley.
Here.
Dustin Queenan.
Here.
Heather Lewis.
Here.
Thomas LaPera.
Here. Can I have a motion to approve the previous minutes?
So moved.
All in favor?
Aye.
Ayes have it. Motion passes. Executive session announcement. We had an executive session on personnel. Madam Vice President, any announcements?
I think, is Councilman Jones going to go first, or we want to do the general announcements?
Just
and
do
then
general
you
announcements.
Okay, I'm going to defer to Councilwoman Henley.
Good evening, everyone. So today I was able to go and witness the swearing in of our 54th Legislative District State Representative, Greg Scott, which was wonderful. We chartered a bus up, 59 passenger, which was fully packed. It was a great day in the Capitol today, so I'm very excited on what our new state rep is going to do for Norristown, Conshohocken, and Plymouth, and us working together. He does have a new district office now in Norristown at 1019 West Main Street, so we get a chance to stop by. So now he's in Norristown in the 1st District now, and has his office. So very excited and looking forward to the things that is in store for State Representative Greg Scott.
Thank you. Council, any other announcements? Councilman Jones?
All right, so many of you might notice this is my last meeting tonight. I'm resigning from council effective January 5th. I just had a few words I wanted to share as to what's going on. So, you know, as I reflect on the last 7 years on council, I'm really blessed and thankful to have been able to work alongside of everyone. I've been blessed to serve in such an important leadership role here in my hometown where I grew up. Norristown is the community that raised me. That's why my loyalty and my passion is so strong, no matter what it is. This experience has been great. It helped me grow in every level of my life, personally, professionally, and just in general. To the staff, you know, thank you guys. Wish you well into the future. I know you'll continue to keep working for Norristown. There's a lot of great things in the works, and you might not hear from me a lot, but I do appreciate the work you guys do, and I see the difference. The texts, the emails, and the the calls. We appreciate you guys for just dealing with me and helping, you know, when residents need it. Council members, I appreciate you guys as well. You know, I'm not always the easiest cookie to deal with, but we all can smile and laugh and have fun, and I'm sure I'll see you guys in the neighborhood. So what I'll say as I leave early, I've never been one to leave a job or an assignment early. I've completed 7 out of 8 years. That equals about 2,555 days. 365 days on the table that I won't be able to serve with you guys, but I'll figure out a way to make that up. That's 85.7% that I've served on council of the 8 years, and that's 14.3% that I'll have to leave on the table. So I think Jim Wooders, you're in the crowd, right? All right, so I'm gonna need you to sign me up, so I'm gonna serve those 14.3%. But no, again, thank you guys all. You know, there's a potential opportunity, a career opportunity that requires me to step down from political office, and just look forward to, you know, seeing you in the neighborhood. Thank y'all.
Thank you.
Thank you. I think I speak for everybody on council and say it was a pleasure to work with you, so thank you.
Absolutely.
Madam Secretary, any public comment?
Yes, Jim Waters.
Good evening, everyone. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
I hope everyone got what they wanted for Christmas. I did.
Oh, good.
Actually, it was an old collection of books.
I was going to say, did the sewer system get redone?
There's not enough time for that, but we can do that. Actually, you know, the plan was to go through the 11 points that I had pointed out. We need to go and address them. You know, mostly to stop the roads from flooding to the hospital. But finding this book, or this suitcase, there was a whole bunch of information in it from all the way back in 1991. And because the Dragon Boat crew had that letter last time, it turns out that there's a magazine in here, February 1960. It's a boating magazine. And it talks about the park that boats built. Now, coal-silted waterfront is restored to its original loveliness through community effort. At the foot of Hawes Avenue in Norristown, Pennsylvania, there's a choice bit of tree-shaded land with neatly painted green and white benches, picnic tables, closely cropped grass affords smooth blanket for sunbathers, children delight in rolling around, so on and so forth. Now, you got to, you know, this is 1960, okay? Now, what happened was many years ago, the Hawes Avenue site had been a pleasant piece of land used by bathers and boaters alike. But constant dumping of coal silt in the upstream mining turned what once was a most beautiful shrubbed river in the world into a giant silt basin. All right, so here's to make it even shorter, because we got a lot of people tonight. The Norristown Boat Club was foremost in instigating the restoration of the riverfront area. Norristown Council cooperated with them, and the place was transformed from a coal silt bank into a well-tended and inviting park. All in all, we want to rewrite history and do the same thing again, only it's not the Norristown Boat Club, it's the Dragon Boat Club. And along with that, there are some old postcards that 1913 was the only one that I could tell, and it's the water plant. But then there's Riverfront Park showing the sandy beaches that I remember. So I'm going to leave that with you guys. You know, there's more to follow through. You know, like I said, I have a special flood hazard report on Stony Creek, Montgomery County, PA, June of 1976. You're going to love what they said in there. But actually, in the books that I had given out to you guys, and I hope you all had a chance to go through them, there were excerpts from every one of these reports that I saved that I want to try to pick some of the stuff that's going on. I have to go. Thank you for your time. We'll see you around.
See you, Jim. Thank you. Any other public comment?
Not worth the 14.
Any other public comment? Seeing none?
Oh, you have one in there.
Oh,
Hi, my name is Anthea Lett. I live on Basin Street and Locust Street, and I've been trying for almost a year to request, go through the process to request speed bumps on our street due to multiple accidents or speeding vehicles down, and I haven't received any information back. I've sent multiple emails to my council person without receiving a response, and I just wanted to know what was going on with that street getting taken care of. I mean, even today, we just came back from seeing State Representative Scott get sworn in, and as we're coming out of the vehicle, our vehicle, a vehicle comes flying down the street and could have hit one of us. And I have 3 kids coming out of the car. So I just wanted to know what was going on with that.
could you give your information to Kevin? We'll get the proper information over to you
Yes.
for the speed bumps.
Okay, thank you.
Any other public comment? Seeing none, move into appointments. Resolution 23-04. Mr. Jones.
Thank you, Mr. President. Council Resolution 23-04 is a resolution for the reappointment to several municipal citizen boards. This includes to the Municipal Stormwater Authority, Mr. Michael Ludwig, which is a reappointment for a term expiring December 31st, 2027. Mr. William Ward to the Historical Review Board, another reappointment, term expiring December 31st, 2026. Mr. Paul Myers, reappointment to the Shade Tree Commission, term expiring December 31st, 2025. Mr. William Caldwell, a reappointment to the Human Relations Committee, term expiring December 31st, 2025. And Mr. Matthew Light, reappointment to the Board of Code Appeals, term expiring December 31st, 2023.
Council, any questions? Seeing none, do I have a motion to approve Resolution 23-04?
So moved.
Second.
Madam Secretary.
Rebecca Smith.
Aye.
Hakeem Jones.
Aye.
Rashad Bates.
Aye.
Tiffany Henley.
Aye.
Dustin Queenan.
Aye.
Heather Lewis.
Aye.
Thomas LaPera.
Aye. The ayes have it, resolution passes. Moving on to police, resolution number 23-02. Request for council to approve the promotions of Lieutenant Michael Bishop and to police captain and Sergeant James Angelucci to police lieutenant. Guess we just have to do a vote on that real quick.
Yes.
So any questions on that, council? Seeing none, do I have a motion to approve resolution 23-02?
So moved.
Second.
Madam Secretary.
Rebecca Smith.
Aye.
Hakeem Jones.
Aye.
Rashad Bates.
Aye.
Tiffany Henley.
Aye.
Dustin Queenan.
Aye.
Heather Lewis.
Aye.
Thomas LaPera.
Aye, the ayes have it, resolution passes. Administration of the oath of office for police captain and police lieutenant promotions.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
No, okay. Evening, how are you? Okay, so I have yours. That's right.
Here, right, sorry, right under the...
Yeah. Going to do our promotion to police lieutenant first. All right, and so we're going to, who's holding the Bible here for you? Wife, okay, congratulations. All right, your right hand up, left hand over the Bible. Here we go. It's okay. All right, repeat after me. I, James Angelucci,
I, James Angelucci,
do solemnly swear or affirm
do solemnly swear
that I will support, obey, and defend
that I will support, obey, and defend
the Constitution of the United States of America,
the Constitution of the United States of America,
the Constitution of the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania,
the Constitution of the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania,
the Charter of the Municipality of Norristown,
the Charter of the Municipality of Norristown,
and that I will enforce the laws of this Commonwealth
and that I will enforce the laws of this Commonwealth
and the ordinances of Norristown,
and the ordinance of Norristown,
and that I will discharge the duties of my office as Police Lieutenant
and I will discharge the duties of my office as Police Lieutenant
for the Municipality of Norristown Police Department
for the Municipality of Norristown Police Department
with honor and fidelity.
with honor and fidelity.
I do further swore, right?
I do firmly swear
That I will uphold, obey, and enforce the law
that I will uphold, obey, and enforce the law
without consideration
without consideration
to a person's race, color, sex,
to a person's race, color, sex,
religious creed, sexual orientation,
religious creed, sexual orientation,
age, national origin, or ancestry,
age, national origin, or ancestry,
handicap, or disability.
handicap, or disability.
Congratulations, Lieutenant Angelucci.
Getting over a cold, I don't want to give you anything.
We're just one child short. Okay, I love it. Yeah. She's doing it. Yeah. And who's going to do the pinning? Where's the bag? All right, are you ready for this?
I'll give you an opening.
All right. All right. Repeat after me. I, Michael Bishop,
I, Michael Bishop,
do solemnly swear or affirm
do solemnly swear
that I will support, obey, and defend
that I will support, obey, and defend
the Constitution of the United States of America,
the Constitution of the United States of America,
the Constitution of the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania,
the Constitution of the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania,
the Charter of the Municipality of Norristown,
the Charter of the Municipality of Norristown,
and that I will enforce the laws of this Commonwealth
and that I will enforce the laws of this Commonwealth
and the ordinances of Norristown,
and the ordinances of Norristown,
and that I will discharge the duties of my office of Police Captain
and I will discharge my duties as
in the office
of Police Captain
for the Municipality of Norristown Police Department
for the Municipality of Norristown Police Department
with honor and fidelity.
with honor and fidelity.
I do further swear
I do further swear
that I will uphold, obey, and enforce the law
that I will uphold, obey, and enforce the law
without consideration
without consideration
to a person's race, color, sex,
without a consideration of a person's race, color, sex,
religious creed,
religious creed,
sexual orientation, age, or national origin,
sexual orientation, age, or national origin,
ancestry, handicap, or disability.
ancestry, handicap, or disability.
Congratulations, Captain Bishop. Pinches him.
No.
All right, congratulations to your family as well. Thank you. All right.
Thank you very much.
Yes.
Congratulations, getting over a cold.
Council President.
Thank you.
All right, everyone have a good evening. Thank you. Thank you.
Bring enough for everybody. That's my ice cream? Oh, I want to pop ice cream.
Everybody a chance to.
Yeah.
Not at all.
Just that person. Right, yeah, but still, we'll look the whole
All right, we'll move into planning and development. Request for adoption of ordinance 22-08 for the fiscal year 2023 Community Development Block Grant. Ms. Masani.
Thank you, Council President. Tonight, before you, Council, is a request for you to adopt the ordinance 22-08 for the fiscal year 2023 Community Development Block Grant proposed budget. Council authorized the advertisement of this ordinance on December 20th, and it has since been advertised. The ordinance breaks down the following projects that are being financed through this budget, which is housing projects, $226,501, municipal projects, $621,309, administration, $157,490, for a total of $1,500,300. A further breakdown consists of the following projects: owner-occupied housing rehab, $71,000, 261. Housing rehab technical support, $30,000. Acquisition for home ownership new, $125,240. Fair Housing Council, $30,000. Small Businesses Assistance Center, $40,000. Main Street Economic Development Initiative, $74,399. Section 8, 108 loan repayment, $476,910. Administration, $157,490, for a total of $1,005,300. We will be submitting this application as soon as Congress passes the budget for the year, and then we will expect to hear from HUD within 60 days from when we submit it. That's all I have for tonight.
Thank you. Council, any questions? Comments? Seeing none, do I have a motion to approve ordinance 22-08?
So moved.
Second.
Madam Secretary.
Rebecca Smith.
Aye.
Hakeem Jones.
Aye.
Rashad Bates.
Aye.
Tiffany Henley.
Aye.
Dustin Queenan.
Aye.
Heather Lewis.
Aye.
Thomas LaPera.
Aye. The ayes have it. Ordinance passes. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Ordinance 22-10, request from council to approve amendment to chapter 133 titled Responsible Contractors. Mr. Jones.
I'm going to hand it over to the municipal solicitor of our council today. Sure.
Thank you, Mr. Jones. Council, I believe you've already discussed this at your last meeting. This is a proposed ordinance that would essentially amend and substitute your existing RCO with a new RCO. It's substantially the same. The same threshold applies. I think the important differences, or the things that we're suggesting to change here, are: one, it's clarifying the applicable threshold. There was some confusion out there as to whether or not each individual tier had to meet the 350 or whether it's the total project. We were just adding language there to clarify it's the total project. If you're any tier within that project, it applies. So we were trying to avoid anybody trying to game the system. Additionally, there's some clarifications as to the apprenticeship requirements, as well as providing additional worker protections, including OSHA training requirements. And finally, it is increasing the penalties for non-compliant workers or non-compliant contractors.
Thank you. Council, any questions?
If I may add, I apologize. Attached to the ordinance is a resolution. It's not a numbered resolution. The resolution essentially serves as a legislative history of sorts as to explaining why these changes were necessary. So should council decide to vote tonight for this ordinance, I would ask that council include approval of the attached resolution. That's Exhibit A. It was proposed to you at the last meeting. I just wanted to make sure that was clarified on the record as well. My apologies, Mr. LaPera.
Thank you. Council, any other questions, comments? Seeing none, do I have a motion to approve ordinance 22-10?
So moved.
Second.
Madam Secretary.
Rebecca Smith.
Aye.
Hakeem Jones.
I'm sorry. Can I redo that? Can I have a motion to approve ordinance number 22-10 as well as the attached resolution?
So moved.
Second.
Madam Secretary.
Rebecca Smith.
Aye.
Hakeem Jones.
Aye.
Rashad Bates.
Aye.
Tiffany Henley.
Aye.
Dustin Queenan.
Aye.
Heather Lewis.
Aye.
Thomas LaPera.
Aye. The ayes have it. Ordinance passes.
Thank you, Council.
Thank you. Resolution 23-03.
Thank you, Mr. President. Council Resolution 23-03 is a resolution that authorizes the award of a contract in the amount of $72,185 plus travel to the Center for Public Safety Management, LLC, to provide a comprehensive analysis of police services for the municipality of Norristown. As discussed before with Council, this analysis would assess the department in conjunction with why the search for a new chief is going on, to better equip the council and the administrator in assuring that the candidates under consideration are best suited to address the identified needs and structure of the department, and also to address the future direction of the department as the council deems appropriate. There'll be a number of things that will be accomplished as a part of this assessment, including a data-driven forensic analysis to identify the actual workload requirements in the police department, and this would form the basis for determining what is driving things like overtime, workloads, and service demands, to identify and recommend appropriate staffing and deployment levels for every discrete operational and support unit within the department, to examine the department's organizational structure and culture, and to perform gap analysis comparing the current as-is structure and state of the department compared to the industry standards that are set for the police department, and to recommend a management framework that's to ensure accountability, increased efficiency, and improved performance. The contract will be billed in 3 distinct installments: 40% upon the signing of the contract, 40% with delivery of the draft data analysis, and 20% with the delivery of the draft final report, after which the council will have 30 days in which to make any comments, adjustments against that report. And the project is expected to take between 105 and 135 days. As I said, we will be instituting the search simultaneously is going on, but this document would actually, when this gets to you guys having the decision process, you have a data bank and an analysis that will help you in making sure that you choose someone who can meet your specific desires related to the future direction of the department.
Council, any questions?
I just have one, just for clarification. Are they conducting the search also? They're doing both?
Yeah, I'm looking at them to definitely conduct the search.
But that would be a separate...
Yeah, that'd be a separate, I'm actually going through the document, search document that they submitted right now, and I'll bring that back.
Quick question. So if there's anybody in the department right now that's interested in going for the position, would they apply through the search as well?
Yes, absolutely, absolutely.
Any other questions? Seeing none, do I have a motion to approve Resolution 23-03?
So moved.
Second.
Madam Secretary.
Rebecca Smith. Aye. Hakeem Jones.
Aye.
Rashad Bates.
Aye.
Tiffany Henley.
Aye.
Dustin Queenan.
Aye.
Heather Lewis.
Aye.
Thomas LaPera.
Aye. The ayes have it. Resolution passes. Move into departmental reports. We'll start out with Ms. Pfister and Finance.
Good evening. Just a couple things. First of all, just to let you know that our bond closed last week and we received the $4.8 million for the continuing municipal hall renovation. So that closed and we have money in the bank. Second is the November 2022 budget status. Not a whole lot has changed since October, but our earned income tax and real estate transfer taxes continue to do much better than budgeted. So that's a huge savings there. And that offsets the problems that continual problems that we've had with inflation and the fuel costs. So they're the major items. Last week, I sent out a detailed budget analysis to you all, so I don't know if you have any questions for that?
I do. You said that the 1.2 million ARPA funds, would we still need that whole thing? Or?
I don't think we're going to need the whole thing. December is a big month for revenue and expenses both, so I don't think we're going to need the whole 1.2 million, so that'll go back into the pot for your use for projects.
That would be, yeah, we'd be able to still use that for.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Till December 31st, 2026.
And so speaking of ARPA funds, and I'm just putting this on record, have we received the $7 million from the county's ARPA funds for the construction of the new state-of-the-art rec center?
No, we haven't.
Okay.
We have not. We've had those conversations.
We've had conversations, oh, let me get on it, and here we are. So do you have any insight? Is there going to be an extension for the spending of this money? Because I know there's significant timeline, so I mean, I don't know if the county has the authority to extend it, but.
They don't have the authority. It's only a federal authority, and I did have a conversation with the county chief operating officer a couple of weeks ago. I had a follow-up conversation with President LaPera, and I think it would be great if two of you...
I can't hear you, Crandall.
It would be great if the two of you would meet with your counterparts. I know Jane and I did meet with their team, had an online meeting with their team about it and about our plans. There's a process that they feel that they need to go through that doesn't necessarily match the timeline that we think need to be able to do this effectively. So it would be great that if you two would reach out to the commissioners to see if they can move the process along. We're ready. Our team is ready, engineers ready to do what we need to do to move the project forward. All they have to do is tell us we're awarded the funds.
Thank you.
Thank you. Councilman Jones.
Yeah, while we're on that topic, there was potential $2 million for small business association funding that was also part of ARPA. Where are we at with that discussion with the county?
In that same meeting, we discussed that. I think that's moving along fine.
Yes.
I think we're going to be fine with that. We shared with them the plan for doing it. They're looking over that and give us some comments back. I think that's kind of it's going to happen pretty soon. Issue with Jane, I think that was my takeaway from it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
But it's the other piece.
Could we have like a meeting or a town hall for local businesses who can learn about that and how it might impact them if possible? Yeah,
as soon as they pull the trigger, we will do all of the public information stuff that we need to do that. Absolutely.
Yeah. Any other questions? Thank you. We'll go on to Ms. Mansanya, planning.
Thank you, Council President. I won't be saying much tonight because I'll be coming, I think, in April to give you a more comprehensive update on the projects that I had shared with you about 2 or 3 months ago. I can't remember. But for now, Council, you're proud owners of 68 acres of land. The conveyance went through. And that's just unbelievably great. I'm very excited about that. The RFP is out, request for proposals. As we, of course, entertain the proposals that will come along, I'm sure you will have insight and the vision eventually of what will happen there. Council, as you recall, you also did the final land development approval for Kennedy Kenrick, and of course, they're looking to see if they can break ground in the spring. That's moving along well. For Maine and Cherry, there was an escrow deposit that was done that is part of the requirement of the settlement for that development that was completed, so that's moving along well. 1517 West 49th Street, that development has just started. 200 Logan Street, the construction, of course, is underway, well underway, to the extent I'm sure you're seeing the advertisements of their homes on Facebook and other places. They seem to be doing pretty well. So that's where we are with the developments for now. I will have a much more comprehensive report by the end of April, so you'll know of each development where they are.
Thank you very much. Any questions, council?
Should I hold my question till April, Jane?
Yeah, that's something I can help with.
Just the Times Herald lot.
Times Herald lot, there's a glitch there. So
Okay.
yeah, I'll be able to share that with you later.
Any other questions? Councilman Jones?
Yeah, timeline for Main and DeKalb Street, when they might break ground, you know?
I know we're hoping they'll break ground in the spring, but we're still going through the settlement. So once that is nailed down, I'll be able to give you a better shot. But they'll have to come back for land development, so you'll hear more about that. So that should be within the next month or so. They'll come through conditional use and land development. So you'll be able to pin them down a little more. When are you breaking ground? But the good thing is that the deposit has occurred, so that's a good thing.
Escrow payment, so that's.
Just as a reminder to my council here too, is that with interest rates rising, I believe that they will be coming in for LERTA on that.
Yes.
And we have to lobby our counterparts at the school board. So, to make sure. Thank you, Ms. Massagne. And Ms. Gennardi.
Hi, guys.
Hello.
Thanks. So I just wanted to, I will be short, but I wanted to put just some visuals to my wrap-up for everybody for 22. So first, our riverfront redevelopment project has been completed. We have the gate, the preemption device is installed. The last thing that is left is the branding and the signage, which we are in the process. I've got a couple vendors I've found on CoStars because I would like to do all of the parks that we match together, which is something we have budgeted in 23. So right now, these are some of the pictures I was able to take highlighting what's been done. At the top, our gate goes all the way across. There's room on the sides. It's right before the stairs, if you guys are familiar with the park. Right before the stairs that come off the trail. And Chief O'Donnell said that everything, the vehicles and all do fit and works out well. This goes all the way across obviously from one end of the parking lot to the other. When you come down, everything's been restriped. We've added greenery areas in the middle. We have also extended out this. So this was originally, if you can remember, right here is kind of that pavilion, not pavilion, like a little bit of an outskirt of patio area. There was trestle in there, there was benches you could watch and fish. Well, this was skinny, like a regular sidewalk. We opened it up to about 5 foot, 6 foot area. And on here, we will be installing a small pavilion with picnic tables for underneath it, and grills will be located kind of on this area here. So that stuff was ordered because of, your materials and everything in 22, 23 right now. Your installation date is kind of pushed a little bit to March. But the basic macadam is down. Again, there's some other, this here is where we're going to be putting porta potties. We're going to we have a nice kind of, not all the way enclosed, I should say, but we do have a roof. This way it keeps it a little bit more protective. We are going to have a standing ADA and a regular unit. And then the other, I thought, was a gorgeous part. We put in paved sidewalks that come off of, so this, when you come down on the right side, this is where the tree area is, kind of gets real muddy and flooded out. Well, now you can walk coming down this way, all the way using a pavement. You can walk down to the water. all the way here to where the dock is and, or what will be in that area there. So I thought that was actually an excellent upgrade how they did it. So it looks really pretty. I'm very pleased with it. I do suggest you to get down there, please do. So the last piece would be our pavilion piece, our amenities, and our signage. But for the most part, we're open and ready to go.
Once we have the signage and some of the other amenities installed, we're going to do a formal ribbon cutting for you guys to.
Yes.
I do have a question on this piece before you move on. I know there were some questions about like the fishermen and things like that, like, and Chief O'Donnell, I think this might be a question that maybe you might remember, that they were doing night fishing and things like that. Is there some kind of accommodation for folks that, I mean, I understand the parks close at dusk, but there's certain things that occur at night that are we allowing, or is there, now that the gate's there, I know that there should be a code or whatever for emergencies if folks have to get there or whatever after hours.
So we would enter the park, for police, fire, and EMS, we have emitters on our vehicles that allow the gate to open automatically for us to get in there for emergencies. Anything else after hours with something that the municipal administrator and municipal council would have to approve as far as a use at that park.
Okay. So how I've been answering it is it would go in. So a lot of the anglers have night tournaments.
Would that be like a park permit or something like that?
Yes, so it would start as a park permit. It would then go out as kind of an event. And that's something that all of us go through our procedures, policies and procedures for. Individuals, you know,
Yeah, you just can't come.
No, it's just event related.
Yes.
Event related.
Exactly.
Yeah,
So that's how I've been answering when I do have some anglers.
I also have a question about the fishers and the boaters.
Yes.
Is there a place now at the greener you're going across parking spaces? Is there a place for boat and trailer parking left?
Yes, so this actually, okay, the best picture I have here. So this is when you first come down the lot. We still have that whole turnaround and there is still the dock on that other side. So this whole back is open. You can turn your boat around, you can go into the water. As it stands now, I know Robin's, the Dragon Boat Club storage unit is still right back here as well, but there is plenty of room to go around safely with a boat, or if you're towing something, and get it back there. Does that make sense?
And is there like parking to park the trailer while they're in the water?
Yes, yes, there's plenty of room, yes.
A quick question. Looks great. The bike trail, so I often get asked, you know, if you ever been up to Bettswood, there's a way to get from the bike trail into there.
Yep.
All we have is the steps, or you have to go under the bridge.
Right.
Is there maybe a county connection or phone call you can make to see if they can?
I can. I mean,
that was in our phase 2, wasn't it? This was phase 1 of the project. Phase 2 actually had the connection.
To clear out that area right next to the bike trail, and then those stairs down to make that better and more accessible.
Be more of a ramp and
It would open it up so you'd be able to ride the bike down to the actual park to utilize it.
because it's something right now where that is, the county does that, the stairs and opening, but then it's something I think where the municipality has like one piece of sidewalk at the top. So it's all, I think, in like there's 4 phases, I think, altogether.
Okay.
So it'll be the next one. But yes, it's been spoken about.
Cool. I have a question.
Yes?
The bridge to nowhere.
Okay.
My whole life. Do we own that bridge? And if we do, like,
You mean across
the bridge
to the island?
To the island.
Yeah, to the island.
No, we don't own it. I think Pico owns that, and then the island is owned by a private individual.
Okay. Could we do fireworks off of it? Because I've seen it in other communities where they use bridges to do that.
I think it's something we can ask Pico, but I would think they would probably say no, just because their facility.
And it's been there forever, they ain't did nothing to it.
Yeah.
Never trespassing.
Shooting off fireworks over there.
So next is Simmons Court. That is completely, fully finished its upgrades. We replaced 8 basketball units. We connected all 4 courts. We resurfaced the playing area. We added clearly new paint and lines. There was a couple of you know, the longest piece was the last two, I don't know if anybody's familiar, but these last two units on the end, they're a little lower, you know, the younger kids like to play on them, etc. These were, whoever installed them originally, however long ago, they were residential units. So in order to make them able to last and upgrade them to the commercial unit, this was the hardest last piece because we had to retrofit things. But now everything's great. It looks great. Just keep the word out if you can, to have our youth keep everything clean, please. And, you know, make it, everybody likes to play on it, everybody wants to do the same thing, so let's just kind of respect our areas.
See the popcorn? Was that popcorn?
No, popcorn was like fireworks, man.
It's all from the floor.
So I just, you know, we're doing our best due diligence as we can. And to, you know, an awesome community, I mean, you know, the sweet shop owner, he keeps an eye out for us. I was down there probably a couple weeks ago, he was yelling at kids because they're disrespecting the property. But, so just get the word out for us to keep it, you know, playable and in the best space as they can for everybody. Yes.
Just a suggestion, can we put signage up there?
We absolutely can.
Something to
Absolutely
that effect?
can.
I mean, not like
absolutely can.
pick
And
up your trash, but you know, this is your part, you know, this is here for you. That's something along that lines.
Is there something, Crandall, with ordinance-wise, where, you know, with like graffiti or something like that? Do we have anything like that?
Oh, no, I don't know, but I think we can certainly do that. I was thinking when Heather mentioned it, whether or not we even have any of those big bellies down there that we could have.
We would, please.
Yeah, but
Yes.
we'll get some signage.
And maybe like a park ambassador program, like they get the kids involved, like they're kind of policing their own, I don't want to say policing, but yeah, giving them ownership. It's kind of like the young council, maybe this can be, you know, the younger grades, and maybe they can start feeding into that, but something just to give them accountability to, you know what to look for and know what, you know, like you said, like popcorn versus fireworks and how it damages the property and things like that. And all, not just this park, but all
of them.
Because all of them are getting upgraded, and we're going to talk about that next.
Our last two questions, ever.
I doubt it.
I got 3 slides.
So,
you know you got our email for that.
I'll start with the kids in Abington said they have a system where they can turn a light on and it's timed and it's censored. I don't know if other parks nationally are using them, but you can set a light on and it lights a park and then it eventually shuts off at a certain time. And they have management of using their own lights.
Oh, that's very neat.
That was the first thing.
That's
Abington.
definitely something to look into.
We at one time did. I don't know if we changed that, but we had, you know, we had a timer.
Our timer goes off at 10.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just noticed some can go down and actually hit a button and it comes
If they're
on.
off, a resident can turn it on, play for 30 minutes, and shuts off.
Yeah, one of those things.
Yeah, the only concern I'd have is, and it's why we had the timer, is because if you folks keep playing through the night and then neighbors start complaining about playing late, and that's why we went through, you know, we ultimately went through having daylight savings hours versus regular hours, and extended it during daylight savings hours so that people can play later while it was on. But we were getting complaints about folks hanging out too late.
That's just a thought, Abington Township.
Yeah, you can put a cutoff where it doesn't.
Across the street, are we going to work on the last phase of the playground equipment?
That'll be, yes, so that's the last. I have, the next slide, I have renderings for Bartash and McCann, and MLK will be coming in the spring, and I'll have updates for that to be done in the fall, and that will wrap it up.
Quick question, was the repairs done to the courts for the graffiti? I didn't hear an update of it or anything.
For the graffiti on the courts.
Yeah, I know that they looked at it. They tried. It just messed it up more as they tried, because I know they've taken a couple of swipes at trying to do something with it, and it just messed the paint up.
We did connect with Miller Sports Courts, who installed it, who kind of said, here's your best way of doing it. They can kind of do some patch jobs if needed when the season comes back out. I think they did one hall, and then what's happened is just, we have to get, I need to figure a system out for this. Maybe ambassadors like we were speaking about. I mean, they were installing and just putting fresh coats of paint on the new poles, and kids literally found them and were tagging them. And the guy had a paintbrush in his hand. He's like, what are you doing? Keep doing that. So we are on top of it, but as soon as we are on top of it, they're like on our tails about it. But yes, it's something we are addressing best we can. Okay, so here is what I was saying. This is bar attached and McCann. These are just renderings. Everything is looking for April, end of March, when we kind of thaw out in April. These here are not including, there's some interactive kind of, I'm going to use the word amenity again. I use it often. But there are walls that have, there's some rock climbing walls, there's some ABC walls, there's a couple more large motor skill things that we're looking to add. I just didn't have those to put up with this, but we are going to have a little more hand-eye stuff with these two. Both parks will be getting benches, and I did for Bartash, we're looking to put in a couple picnic tables because we know the area is right in the middle of that one in the neighborhood. Benches, a couple picnic tables, and McCann will still stay in if you are familiar with it. Currently, because it's not a leveled park, it's kind of all rocky, I guess you can say, and there's a cemetery right next to it. We are going to keep 3 kind of separate little pads here. But they're going to level each one out. There was surfacing there at one time. We have to remove that, and we're going to be able to level it so that it doesn't flood out with the mulch that'll go down, the playground chips that'll go down. So this will still, even though it looks 1, 2, 3 in a row, if you think about it, these swings sit down a little farther. This is your main, and that's kind of towards the top. If you guys are ready. Okay. And then, yes.
Before you go on to that one, sorry. So thank you for letting us know that there are going to be additional things, but the equipment just looks very familiar. Like each park has the same equipment. And I think, and I've asked this before, even before you came on board, when we started renovating the parks, that if we could, as council, and even as a community, have some input, because I've gotten complaints, or questions rather, when folks are at other parks and they're seeing ADA, sensory things, and just like this looks, it doesn't look, I don't want to say modern, because the colors are modern and everything, but the same configuration of a playground has been reinvented. And there's so many other options, even just in neighboring communities, that have very different styles of playgrounds. And so I would just like to see, not those little spinning things, because those little spinning things are in every park, like just something that variety-wise, because that way folks will go from the east end to the west end, because, oh, I like this thing that's over there, they don't have it over here, I want to go over there today because they've got the drums, they've got the music, this one has this, you know what I mean, just so that people have options for what to do, because this just seems very familiar in each park to me. And so I've been asking, Brand, I'm gonna call you out, you know I've been asking, to be able to have the community and council to have some input, because this stuff's gonna be here for a while. It's not, we're not gonna replace it in 5 years, probably not even in 10 years. So this is something that we wanted to last from, my grandson who's 3 up to 15 years old, and you know what I mean, want to be able to come and play. So that's just my comment that I will continue to make when I see the same stuff.
You won't get to make that comment at the end of the year.
Say again?
I said you won't get to make that comment at the end of the year because it'll be done.
Oh,
okay. All right?
Y'all heard that. You know this is my last year, Randall, so I'm burning it up.
I know it. It'll be done.
Okay. Thank you.
I just have a couple little, I want to say kudos. So we had our inaugural year for middle school basketball. we kind of went big with it. So we had about 55 participants. I got about 12 volunteer coaches. We put our little champions on the big billboard on Markley Street. It was a big deal. They had a great time. They really enjoyed seeing themselves. We're going to do a spring season starting March 1st. I just thought this was a pretty big deal in case you guys and anybody, because of course it was the week of shut Markley Street. It was the week like right there. So I just kind of wanted to share that. Just some other two. We were awarded in recreation the $23,000 from the Arcadia Foundation. This will support our free summer concert series to continue. And just some 2022 year-to-date rental-wise, we had about 20 gym rentals. We had 43 park rentals for the year. And that's it.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you. With that, take a motion to adjourn.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
You guys have it. Meeting adjourned. Thank you.
Thank you so much.